two people are going to stop. They're going to shoot and see if they can get as many shots as they can on blue side, the farthest left person. On red side, the farthest right person. Now, depending on which side you start, will depend on which side you're going to want to rotate during the match. Blue team's going to want to move to the left side as much as they can because we're trying to get to top gold. Either which side you spawn, and maybe you don't remember, just move towards top gold. The whole goal to get top gold is to be able to get here and get this shroud, so therefore you can then cover up the overshield. So your other two people, after they immediately get some shots off of the opposing team on the farthest left, for example, since we were blue team, they're going to want to go ahead and move to the purple route. So we actually want to split 2v2. You really need two people to go gold, and then two people to go purple, right? Like I've said, all you need to do is have maybe one person go bottom gold, and then they can pick up their plasma pistol and hit lift, and then they can help out anybody who's actually pushing top gold, who's taking the shroud and is trying to immediately go ahead and get a shroud shot. This is a good lineup because you can see that they're already pushing top gold as well. So if that person was literally hitting lift as we speak, pretty much right now, he could be lifting up. This person would have no clue. Maybe his teammate would take a shot or two in the back, but he would be able to come up, plasma pistol him, and get the kill fairly easily. Perfect example of the best start for the opposite two people that would be pushing purple. So initially, whenever you're pushing purple, you would actually want somebody to run up here, jump on this box, and then hit this vent, and then go ahead and clamber to P3 immediately like he did. Now, he actually went the long way and picked up the plasmas to actually stall the overshield from going out. The second person that's going purple, again, he has options. He can go the repulsor, repulse up the lift, back attack anybody that's trying to come up to P2, or he can actually just come out and sit middle and maybe get shots across on shooting gold. Like right there, he could have came over and helped his teammate out who's getting pushed right now, or who didn't need help, obviously, or he could just be shooting cross shots either way and just kind of poking these pillars out. Player 4 on the purple side, or player 2 on the purple side, you could say he's got options, right? He doesn't need to follow a set path. But that's pretty much it for the initial start. You really want 2 and 2 to split. It doesn't matter exactly how they're splitting, but like I said in the beginning, if we were to spawn at red, even though I just went over the setup of where we're spawning blue, you really want 2 people only to start shooting. I know that you can actually pull a kill if everybody shoots swiftly, but in reality, you want to be the first person making yourself available to get to gold 2 first, right? Because you really want to get that shroud, because it's one of the very few chances you're going to get to be able to get the overshield. So let's take, for example, that we're spawning red, right? Let's go ahead and act like we spawned red. We're going to go ahead and run out immediately, probably getting shot right there. But you can literally just come over here, jump on this vent, and literally jump on that one, and you're already getting shots there, here, if people are slow to take off, etc. The first person on the left, if you want, you can have somebody purple. You can have somebody here, purple 2 is okay. They can also find more coverage here. If they're actually just getting shot and they just need to drop down off of P3, right? They're getting messed up. They're absolutely one shot. They can drop down, get their shields up back here, kind of chill. You know, if their teammates are where they're supposed to be, they can cross shot and keep anybody from pushing purple. That would be position 1. You're rotating purple, you're just chilling out purple, per P3, P2, trying to lay down shots. The whole point of this is literally just trying to lay down like a couple shots and make sure you don't die. And it's basically you're praying that your teammates assisted out. But if there's 4 of you, you might actually be able to pull perfect setups. Second setup position, top mid, you're literally running back and forth. You're getting messed up from both sides, you can literally come back here to the side, right? One of the side spots is also viable. You can get really good coverage from anybody coming from the blue side, for example. So we're setting up on either middle here, middle there, and getting shots down as well, and trying to keep your life. Third person is going to be one of the top gold. Top gold, you're going to have lots of options to be able to kind of get cross shots here. You've got this cross shot, you can kind of get cross shots at the window, maybe you can get good nades into the base there. Nice bounce nades right into the flag, boom. people trying to like camp it out, or you can just kind of wait here, top blue, or excuse me, top gold. And if you're really hurt, let's say you're absolute, this ramp right here is perfect. You can just back down. The most important spots of this entire setup though is actually going to be one of your most secure spots, and that is one of the flag locations. The last position that you really want to hold though on Starboard is actually going to be the base, right? One person sitting here in the window, maybe he's one shot already, gets his shield back in one of the actual windows, not the main window, and then pops back out and he's still getting shots, right? He's trying to let people know like where they're coming. He's getting information to feed to his teammates. He can kind of see. It's tough to get shots on goal, but purple is much more exposed from the base as long as you're actually sitting at this window. But this fourth person is literally just bouncing back and forth, mostly to the windows, picking up the commando, just holding his options open. You know, maybe it's flagged. They literally aren't going to spawn behind us anyway, and that's for a different game type. But for Slayer, the fourth person needs to be sitting in the base, so he's blocking all spawns and getting the enemy to spawn on blue. So a couple key notes here would be, if you've got a person literally top mid and you've got one top gold and you've got one top purple, you need to understand that you're trying to manipulate spawns only on Slayer. Whenever it comes to CTF, it would be a slightly different setup, and then that setup would be, you can have the fourth person that's typically in the base square up and help one other person in the middle, which I would suggest actually holding top purple. That would be the best bet. That way you can have one person P2 and you can have one person pretty much 24/7 at P3, and then you can always drop down P1, so you've got a lot of verticality there. So you've got enough movement and rotational ability here for two people to actually be on purple. You've got a person who can rotate up here and kind of be watching P2 and help get shots. P3 guy's laying down shots, he's probably taking lots of damage, and then this guy purple can kind of hop out back and forth. But the thing is, where you just seen me hopped out, you should not move past this line. If you move past this line into here, you're already blocking spawns. People aren't going to spawn on this side, and then people are only going to possibly spawn over there, or they could flip on you and spawn at the opposite base. If you've got another person top gold, right? Let's say there's two people. We got one person P3, we've got one person P2, where I am currently now, we've got one person gold, and they're standing on that same ramp and they're trying to kind of get pushing shots or whatever into the base, right? Let's say that there's one person down on their team. There's a really high likelihood that that person that just is going to respawn, he's going to respawn right over here, right? Even if you've got a person bouncing back and forth from window to window, maybe that person is at the farther window, or let's say this window right here. Two people, one P3, the other guy pushed up on the purple ramp where I just was, and then you've got a the fourth person on gold. He was at the gold ramp over there. There's a really good likelihood you're going to get somebody to spawn over here between this elbow, because you guys are literally pushing up just that smidge too much. It's just a smidge. So the game's trying to really predict and think where it's going to post its next spawner at, right? And if you guys are right here and another person's right here, the safest spot is actually possibly going to be that elbow. You've got to watch out for that. You really just want to hold your top mid and let them push you. If they're moving across the elbows at all time, like running through these areas, they're pretty much going to get cross shot from the guy top mid, guy top gold, or vice versa on the other side. So I hope this helps out with some basic layouts of Starboard. Indy out.